The Island Boys are in serious trouble. Word on the street is that they just got caught up in a wild situation involving 6ix9ine's house, and it's got everyone talking. Reports say they broke into his place and scared his mind while taking off with a bunch of stuff. This story is straight up unbelievable. What's up, fam? Your boy is back with some wild breaking news that's got the whole internet spinning out right now. There's leaked footage making rounds that's got people saying this might flip the whole story about that so-called home invasion at 6ix9ine's mansion. And trust me, what's being said online is absolutely insane. Now, before we dive deep into this chaos, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications because what's coming next is wild. Alright, so check it. Everyone heard what supposedly went down at 6ix9ine's Florida mansion, right? Reports say a group of masked people rolled up while he was out streaming with Jack Doherty. Yeah, that same kid who's always doing pranks. People are claiming they went inside, frightened his 60-year-old mother, and searched the place for valuables, jewelry, and even car keys. This situation has got the internet losing its mind right now. That was the story everyone thought they knew. But guess what? New leaked footage just dropped, and it's flipping the whole situation upside down. The timing behind this whole thing wasn't random at all. It looks way too planned. See, 6ix9ine was live on stream with Jack Doherty.
All right, you know the fucking vibes. We outside. Here with my boy Jack.
Yes, sir.
Fresh home.
Yeah, Jack, who just got out and was hyped to be back online. And apparently, these guys were watching that live stream in real time. They knew exactly when 6ix9ine left the house. They knew his security detail was with him. And they even knew his mom was home by herself. That's some serious plotting right there. But here's where things get totally wild. TMZ dropped footage that appears to be from inside the house during the break-in. And social media detectives have gone absolutely crazy analyzing it. People have been slowing it down frame by frame, looking for every tiny clue, and what they're finding is jaw-dropping. In the clip, you can clearly hear one of the intruders calling another guy Red. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, Red is the name of one of the Island Boys, Kodiak Red, one half of that viral duo that blew up a few years back with their wild hair and chaotic videos. But it doesn't stop there. The online detectives didn't just stop at spotting clues. They're digging deeper than ever, connecting dots that no one saw coming. People online have turned into full-blown detectives right now. They're breaking down every tiny detail from that leaked clip, the way these suspects walk, talk, stand, and even move their hands. And according to a bunch of viral breakdowns blowing up online, the mannerisms look almost identical to the Island Boys. This is wild. So let's unpack it step by step because fans are treating this like a real-life CSI case. First off, one of the people in the footage has a certain walk, a distinct kind of swagger that's been compared side by side with clips from the Island Boys' old music videos and social posts. We're talking about exact details, how they angle their shoulders, how their hands move while they talk, even the rhythm of their steps. It's freaky how close the similarities are. The online detectives are going deep. Some are calling it digital forensics at this point. They've been pulling old Instagram lives, TikTok videos, even paparazzi footage of the Island Boys strolling around Miami and matching it frame by frame with the leaked video. Fans are saying Kodiak Red's walk stands out. That slight lean to the left, that arm swing, people swear it looks the same. And it doesn't stop there. There's also the voice comparisons. Even though the people in the video tried to disguise how they sound, social media users claim they could still hear that Florida accent. The same tone, same pronunciation style that the Island Boys are known for. This has fans losing their minds online. The slang they use, the tone, even their way of talking. Everything's lining up way too perfectly. One fan even ran the leaked audio through voice recognition software and claimed it was a 78% match to Kodiak Red's voice patterns from past interviews. That's wild. Now, let's talk about what could be behind all this, because the motive is where things really start to click. The Island Boys, real names Frankie and Alex Venegas, haven't exactly been living like they used to when they first blew up. The fame that once made them viral superstars has faded, and the money ain't rolling in like before. Their music career didn't take off the way they hoped, and their social media engagement has been dropping hard. Word online is they've been struggling to keep up financially. Imagine going from being viral sensations, getting booked everywhere, pulling in stacks from appearances and promo deals, to now barely getting noticed. That kind of downfall hits hard. At their peak, they were reportedly pulling around 50,000 per club appearance. Now, fans say they're lucky to grab a few thousand for a gig. Meanwhile, 6ix9ine is still living large, showing off cars, stacks of cash, and even buying luxury gifts for his mom. That's a flex that's hard to ignore, especially for people who used to live large and now struggling to stay relevant. Now that's where people online are saying the possible motive starts to make sense.
But here's the part that really breaks hearts. 6ix9ine's 60-year-old mother was the one who got caught in the middle of all this chaos. This sweet woman, who don't speak much English and is known to be religious and low-key, reportedly ended up being frightened during the whole ordeal. Imagine how terrified she must have been. She's been through so much already. 6ix9ine even said before that people once tried to mess with her while she was just out walking a dog. And now she's faced with people breaking into her home? That's beyond messed up. This situation has the internet completely torn. Some people are furious, and others are just shocked that it even got this far. What's really heartbreaking about the leaked clip is seeing 6ix9ine's mom in such a terrified state, her hands visibly shaking while being forced outside. You can clearly see how scared she is, totally confused about what's even happening. It's hard to watch because she's just an innocent woman caught up in something she had nothing to do with. That's somebody's mother, somebody's grandmother. And she's facing this because her son keeps flexing his lifestyle online. People online aren't talking enough about the emotional damage this could have caused her. Imagine the stress. This woman has now been targeted twice because of her son's fame and behavior. First, there was that incident where strangers allegedly tried to approach her while she was just out walking the dog. Think about that. An older woman, just out for a quiet walk, suddenly thrown into a terrifying situation. And now, another invasion in her own home. It's beyond shocking. What's even wilder is how these people supposedly found 6ix9ine's exact location so easily. He's been way too open online, constantly filming inside his mansion, showing every detail of his setup. He's done multiple house tours with YouTubers like Trap Lord Ross and Booba 100X. And even TMZ has shared clips that basically reveal where he lives. Plus, remember when the authorities searched his place earlier this year? That whole situation made his address public knowledge. At this point, it's like 6ix9ine unintentionally gave people a full guide to his house, where his cars are parked, where his studio's at, and even parts of the property that aren't fully covered by cameras. It's risky business, and now we're seeing the consequences of being too public with personal life online. Trap Lord Ross literally pulled up in a bright green Lamborghini and filmed the entire outside of 6ix9ine's mansion. And that video is still up on YouTube for everyone to see. 6ix9ine was even online bragging about how he moves around without security, saying on stream, "I go everywhere by myself. The streets is a lie. They not gangsters." Well, that statement didn't age well, because while he was out trying to prove how fearless he was, his own mother was reportedly being terrified back home. Now, what fans are doing online with this investigation is on another level. Social media users have turned into detectives overnight, comparing walking patterns, voice tones, height, build, and even how the suspects move. They're matching it all up with the Island Boys' physical traits and mannerisms, and some of these comparisons are shockingly detailed. There's a viral thread going around right now showing side-by-side shots. The Island Boys in their music videos versus the suspects in the leaked footage, and the resemblance is wild. The way they hold their hands, tilt their heads, or even lean when they talk, it all looks way too similar. But here's where it gets even crazier. Fans have started looking into the jewelry. In one part of the clip, you can spot one of the intruders wearing a distinctive chain that looks almost identical to the one that Kodiak Red has been seen wearing in multiple videos and Instagram posts. People are zooming in, comparing the diamonds, the links, everything, and saying it's a perfect match. If that's true, it could be one of the biggest clues in this entire case. In the latest Instagram clips that fans dug up, people noticed something wild. A custom-made chain with super specific engravings that would be almost impossible to copy. In the leaked footage, you can see the similar chain peeking out from under one of the suspect's hoodies, and the design looks like an exact match to the piece Kodiak Red was wearing in photos just weeks before the break-in. That detail alone has everyone talking. But it doesn't stop there. Something else caught people's attention. Right around the time of the incident, both Island Boys suddenly went totally quiet on social media. That's unusual for them, since they normally post multiple times every single day.
Their last uploads before disappearing were tagged in Miami, just about an hour away from 6ix9ine's Palm Beach area mansion. Then there's the talk about the getaway vehicle. Witnesses say they spotted a white sedan speeding off from the area. Internet detectives have been connecting that to old Instagram stories where they were seen cruising in what looks like the same kind of white car just days earlier. The license plate isn't clear in either clip, but the car's make and model seem to match up almost perfectly. Now, to be fair, none of this has been officially confirmed, so it's all still speculation for now. But fans online are convinced the clues are stacking up. From the voice in the leaked video saying red, to the chain, to the timing, to the flashy jewelry, the money issues, and the sudden social media assignments, it's all lining up in a way that's hard to ignore. The voice that said red, the similar mannerisms, the timing, the flashy jewelry, the money issues, and the sudden social media silence is all lining up in a way that's hard to ignore. What makes this whole situation even sadder is that 6ix9ine isn't in a position to fully protect himself or his family right now. In past interviews, he explained that because of his legal conditions and supervised release, he's not allowed to have armed security or move a certain way. So here's the setup. He's living in a massive Florida mansion, constantly posting his luxury lifestyle online, showing off money and cars, but he can't have the same level of protection most celebrities in his position will have. That's a recipe for danger.
The restrictions placed on him are no joke. Under supervised release, he has to report his movements, get permission for certain appearances, and avoid contact with specific people. That means even hiring the usual type of high-end bodyguards isn't an easy option for him. It leaves him in a weird spot. Rich, recognizable, and totally exposed. And now, the worst part. His mother has reportedly been targeted twice. First, there was the incident when strangers tried to mess with her while she was out walking the dog. And now, this break-in at her home. That's not just shocking, it's heartbreaking. This woman didn't sign up for any of this. She's just trying to live peacefully. And now she's caught in the fallout of our son's fame and controversies. And if it really turns out that the Island Boys were involved, it makes the story even more tragic. Two guys who once had their own spotlight and could have built something real, now being accused of turning to something reckless for quick money. From viral sensations to being linked with the possible break-in, that's a downfall nobody saw coming. The leaked footage is reportedly now being reviewed by law enforcement. And with social media detectives all pointing toward the Island Boys, it might not be long before we start getting real answers. The wild part? The internet has basically done half the investigation already. Authorities are even beginning to take these online investigations seriously, because sometimes fans uncover details that official teams might overlook. It's like a digital manhunt playing out in real time. What's truly mind-blowing is how the whole thing happened while 6ix9ine was live streaming. The suspects were allegedly watching his stream as it happened, figuring out the exact moment to move. They knew when he left the house, knew his security team was with him, and struck when his mom was home alone. That's not random, that's planned out. That level of timing shows this wasn't just a spur-of-the-moment break-in. It was deliberate and carefully thought through. The craziest part? 6ix9ine unintentionally gave them all the info they needed. Every time he goes live, he's basically telling the internet where he is and when he's not home. By showing off his lifestyle in real time, he's giving out clues that make him and his home vulnerable. And this situation proves how dangerous that can be. And if it really turns out that the Island Boys had something to do with it, they seriously picked the wrong person to mess with. 6ix9ine might be one of the most controversial artists out there, but his fan base is fierce. And now, they're out here breaking down footage, comparing details, and running their own investigations like it's a full-blown true crime series. Fans online are basically building a full case against whoever's behind what happened to 6ix9ine's mom, and it's wild to watch in real time. The power of social media investigations is something people don't really understand until it's too late. This story is still unfolding, and the fallout goes way beyond just this one situation. We're seeing how online fame can bring massive opportunities, but also serious risks. It also shows how money struggles can push people to reckless choices, and how the internet can sometimes work faster than official investigators when people come together to find the truth. It's crazy to see how regular fans, using phones and laptops, can turn into digital detectives overnight. The bigger message here is about what comes with constantly showing off online. When someone flashes luxury cars, stacks of cash, and high-end jewelry on social media, they're not just entertaining fans, they're also showing potential criminals exactly what they've got. That's the dark side of being too open with your lifestyle. 6ix9ine's situation might be an extreme case, but it's a major wake-up call for anyone living in the spotlight. Fame can be fun,
but it can also paint a target on your back if you're not careful. And now, with law enforcement reportedly reviewing all this viral evidence and fans doing deep dive analysis, it looks like things are heating up fast. So what do you think? Are the Island Boys really involved? Or is this just another wild internet theory spinning out of control? Drop your thoughts down below. I want to know what you think about how powerful these online investigations have become. And before you dip out, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a single update. This story is far from over, and I'll be right here breaking down every new twist as it happens. Stay sharp, stay safe, and remember, the internet never forgets.